My team doesn't respect me. I'm drowning in 80-hour weeks. Everything crashes when I step away. My star performer just quit. Does this sound familiar? Well, these aren't just bad days. They're warning signs that your leadership is in serious trouble. I'm Emily Haverkamp, leadership coach with Winning 9 to 5. After 15 years in the trenches of professional life, including 5 as a manager, I've seen countless careers implode once people become supervisors because they don't know what they're doing. I'm pulling back the curtain a little bit on 8 mistakes that supervisors make that hold their teams back. The first mistake is the superhero syndrome, that you are going to come in and rescue everyone. With your cape and your knowledge and your experience, you think you have all the answers. But your team, they have answers too. And they want to feel valued and they want to feel heard. And ultimately, if they just wait on your answers all the time and your rescue, they won't ever do anything for themselves. That vacation you want to take, good luck with that. There's no way anyone can do anything with you gone. But you've now created a trap for yourself because you feel like you have to save everyone. But maybe just think, what if your team doesn't need saving? Second, you're not setting good expectations. These are fuzzy expectations where people don't really know quite what you want. Maybe you don't even clarify day to day what it is you want. So what happens when you have these fuzzy expectations? Well, your projects, they crash and burn because nobody really knows what's expected of them. Your top performers run for the exits because they're seeking validation as they want, and they really want to know what they should be doing day in and day out. The slackers, unfortunately, though, they think they're crushing it because you're not telling them what they're doing wrong. And you waste hours trying to fix preventable mistakes. The third mistake you see people constantly make is they dodge tough conversations. Nobody wants those awkward conversations. We don't enjoy them for sure. But the longer you avoid these conversations, they fester. As they say, bad news doesn't improve with age. Has it ever improved things to just ignore an issue? Are people going to fix problems if they don't know what they are? No. And what happens is it festers into something bigger and bigger. And it may impact you as well because you find yourself getting more and more frustrated. But you're getting frustrated because you think this person should read your mind. And instead, you need to, when you see something, have a coaching conversation, ask them some questions, figure out their mindset. And for more information on building a coaching habit, you can watch a video that I have from earlier down in the notes below. So what happens too when you dodge tough conversations is the good people notice this, and they're stuck picking up the slack for the people that you're avoiding. So they're off updating their resumes because they don't want to be in this situation. And your credibility evaporates with those people. Another problem people have is they manage tasks and not people. They just worry about the end result, and they don't think about the people behind it. Even more so, they don't appreciate the people behind it. So, congrats on the project plan, but meanwhile, innovation, it's dead. Your engagement, it's flatlined. Your warning signs, you've missed them completely because you're not paying attention to people. You're just looking down at reports. And finally, the other teams, they're leaving yours in the dust because they're a cohesive unit, because they know each other's individual traits. But you're not worried about that. You're not leading. You're just managing the little tasks day to day. It's important as a leader to really break down the strengths of your team and have them work as a cohesive whole. And you'll get higher performing teams this way. The next mistake that we all have seen and we all hate is the micromanaging everything. Your manager's in your face. You get anxious. You can't get anything done because they're always asking you questions and looking over your shoulder. You're paralyzing your entire team because, again, similar to you wanting to be the superhero, they're just trying to please you. And they're a little anxious too about what's coming next. This is killing all creative thought because people don't feel like they have the flexibility to be able to perform on their own. And it really hurts these for new ideas because, again, you're directing everything. You need to take a step back. And two, this will drive away your best talent because high performers, they want freedom. They know what they're doing, and they might have their own way of doing it too. And if it's effective, why do you need to micromanage them? Don't become a feedback desert. Number 7. Regular feedback is important. It's a huge role for a supervisor to give regular feedback. One of your primary mottos as a manager should be performance reviews should not be a surprise. You have failed if someone is surprised by what's in their performance review, because that means you're not giving regular feedback. So what happens too is now the same mistakes again, they happen over and over and over again because you're avoiding the uncomfortable conversation that we talked about, and you're not giving the feedback every day. Maybe you're thinking, oh, save it for the quarterly review. But why are you waiting that long? These problems are just going to get bigger and bigger. And the thing is, the low performers again are going to say, I'm crushing it. No one's ever told me I'm doing anything wrong. But also, just as important, your high performers, they're not hearing that good job. A lot of them want to hear the praise and want to feel appreciated. So again, telling them that they're doing great makes them feel appreciated, and hopefully they'll want to stay on your team. And finally, don't have a delegation phobia. This makes life harder on you because, again, you're going to have an 80-hour work week if you think you need to do everything for everyone. And here's the thing. You probably got promoted because you are awesome at the technical skills that your team is doing. And there's a good chance you do it better. But is you doing everyone's job going to be better? There's a really good chance it's going to be less efficient, lower quality. And two, when you have the whole team dynamic together, the sum of the parts should hopefully add up to something bigger. And you're not going to exhaust yourself because your team is acting on their own with freedom if you avoid this problem.
So which of these mistakes do you think is sabotaging your leadership right?
Drop it in the comments and let's turn this around.